Hello, my name is Danny Buck II. I have made this video to present my hypothesis of gravity on the cosmological scale as well as the quantum scale. You may refer to it as quantum gravity, however, I have titled it symmetrical gravity. If this hypothesis is correct, it will solve many mysteries of our universe simultaneously. I hope you find these ideas easy to understand and very thought-provocative. So please join me as I present symmetrical gravity. This idea begins at the point in time a black hole forms. Black holes are believed to contain singularities which are defined as a point of infinite density. How can a point be infinitely dense without betraying fundamental physics? As in, no two bits of matter can occupy the same space at the same time. I don't believe the math is wrong, but rather the math presents an illusion to hidden variables, due to hidden variables. Let's suppose a black hole contained a point of maximum density instead. At that point, the geodesics close around the black hole and light cannot escape. But of course, the black hole continues to pull stray matter and energy in, so what happens? I believe that when material is absorbed by the surface of the black hole, an equal mass in the core of the black hole is literally turned inside out, reversing the force of gravity. The result is a particle whose properties are a space of repulsion with a negative mass value. So as you can see, here we have our ordinary matter and our ordinary force of gravity, which draws everything inward with positive mass. But when this matter is turned inside out in the core of a black hole, the result is negative mass, in which you're left with a space and the force of gravity flows outward. Particles of mass move slower than light. Photons, which have zero mass, move at the speed of light. So it stands to reason that negative mass particles move faster than light. Therefore, from this point forward, I will refer to these negative mass particles as tachyons. With reverse gravitational force, the tachyons are ejected from the black hole. And since galaxies are supermassive black hole systems, the tachyons are also ejected from them as well. Better so you can see. See a galaxy. And the tachyon is ejected. Therefore, as tachyons are ejected from galaxies, they flow to regions of intergalactic space neutral between galaxies, where they form tachyon galaxies. As more and more black holes form, so are more tachyons created and sent out into the tachyon galaxies. The bigger the tachyon galaxies, the stronger the repulsive force, also known as dark energy. Thus, the faster the galaxies expand from each other. This would mean as the universe expands, the galaxies are actually shrinking. The existence of tachyon galaxies could also explain why the peripherals of galaxies rotate faster, as well as the influx of virtual particles from intergalactic space. As the tachyon galaxies would eventually have their own white holes converting tachyons back into ordinary matter. This may seem bizarre, however, gravity reflects this behavior right here on the Earth. Pressure systems in our atmosphere form due to differences in temperature. Those temperature differences cause differences in the density of the air masses, which creates convection currents. If heat forms an area of low pressure due to rising air, cold forms a high pressure, replacing the rising air and depressurizing higher levels of the atmosphere. So low pressures are analogous to ordinary mass and ordinary gravity, whereas high pressures would be similar to negative mass. And this action is due to gravity here on the Earth. Why does this happen in our atmosphere? Because the atmosphere is a closed system. This can show even though the galaxies are moving away from each other, the universe is still a closed system. So if this hypothesis is correct, it would explain how black holes work, explain dark energy, explain the faster rotation of the peripherals of galaxies, explain the influx of virtual particles, and show the universe as a closed system. There may be an indirect way of testing this idea. Scientists believe there have been surges in the expansion process throughout the existence of the universe. Since there is a finite beginning to the universe, stars of the same mass should have died at roughly the same time. When a black hole is first created, that is likely when the most tachyons are formed. Therefore, if we compare data of when we believe generations of stars died and when the surges in the expansion of the universe occurred, a pattern may emerge. My attempts to locate such data have resulted in vague numbers insufficient for an accurate picture. However, another possibility would be to incorporate tachyons into mathematical models of gravitational systems of the universe. Either way, I welcome all to analyze, ponder, and if possible, put this idea to the test. I hope you've enjoyed symmetrical gravity as much as I've enjoyed piecing it all together. Thank you. Goodbye.